Okay, hello, I'm the animation fanatic, and third time's the charm. I mean it, people. I've tried to record this review. I wanted to get this out on Monday evening, and I've been trying to record it for several days. I've had problems, not lighting problems. But anyway, here I am, here to talk about the second episode of Avatar: The Legend of Korra, Book 4. It's kind of a mouthful these days. Anyway, like I usually try to do here, I try to do a non-spoiler review, I try to do a spoiler review, and so let's start with the non-spoilers. This is it's a very good episode. If last week's episode focused a lot on what everyone else has been doing and a little bit on Korra, I mean, a very little bit. This recent episode, episode 2, focuses a lot on Korra and a very little bit on everybody else. You just get a tiny bit of information on everybody else, but it's mostly Korra centered, and that's good. We get to catch up with what she's been doing and how she's been struggling to recover after her battle with Sahir. She's really busted up. I mean, she can't walk. She can't even walk. She can't walk. She can't do a lot of things, and her spirit is also very depleted after this fight, and I'll get into why afterwards. But you should see the episode. I highly recommend it. Go check it out. It's a great look into what's been happening with Korra. There's a little bit of action, but it's mostly psychological and also just visual of what you see Korra going through. So anyway, now we head into spoiler territory. Ooh. Like I said, this is a great episode of seeing what's been happening with Korra recently. We see how she's really busted up after her fight with Zahir, which I always found was a little bit odd because when I saw the fight I was like, well, geez, it wasn't that damaging. I mean, okay, I guess it was the poison that really got to her, both physically and mentally. Because I don't know what was in that poison. I wish they'd explained that a little better. But the poison, flying around like Superman, and thinking her father was dead, I guess that really sapped her energy. And I guess the fight, the poison mixed with the strenuous leaping via firebending, really damaged her. Oh boy. But anyway, she's really damaged. It's taking her a lot just to get to moving her toe. And that's why she's been in recovery for so long, because she's just not able to move. And it's physical, yeah, but Katara, who's in this episode, also mentions that it might be mental as well. And that's kind of the thing here. It's like, a lot of people have had theories as to why Korra was crying at the end of Season 3. Was it because she was happy to see the Earth Nation restored? Maybe that was part of it, yeah. But another theory is that for Korra, she's starting to see that in this changing world, and a lot of this series has been about how change affects the way the Avatar works in this world, but in this world that is changing, maybe she's no longer useful. Maybe the Avatar is obsolete. And the thing about that is, and remember when she was being affected by the poison, she saw the visions of Amon, of Unalaq, of Vatu, telling her that, yeah, she was no longer needed. The Avatar was outdated. And a lot of the battles she's gone through previously have been about, the Avatar is no longer needed, we should replace it with equality, and non-bending. We should replace it with dark Avatar. And faith. We should replace it with chaos, and possibly that'll be the fight in this next season. We have yet to see, but yeah, she's got it, and she wasn't even able to win the last fight without the help of the Airbenders, and now they're taking over her job, and she can't seem to fight the way she used to, and she's just really drained. We also find out she can't connect with Rava, which really damages the idea that she's even the Avatar at all. I mean, yes, she can master all 4 elements, but if she can't connect with her past lives, if she can't connect with Rava, if she can't go into the Avatar state, then is she really anything more than just a special bender who can bend all 4 elements? I mean, really, there's a lot of psychological message. There's imagery, like she keeps seeing herself, she keeps seeing Korra, which keeps trying to attack her. it kind of reminds me of when she became a little child when she went to visit Iroh in the spirit realm. But anyway, and I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about Toph. Toph is in it. Yay. We'll see how it works. Another thing that I liked, actually, is that we saw in promotional material that Korra would be traveling to a lot of places, and she does. But that happened throughout most of this episode. She seems to have been going on somewhat of a spiritual journey, with its endgame coming to Republic City, and her meeting Toph in the swamps, almost in a very Yoda-like fashion. It's almost like The Empire Strikes Back, or even Return of the Jedi. She goes on a journey and then ends up coming back to seek further training. We'll see what happens. But yeah, but I thought the journey would be like most of the season. But if it's just this previous episode and Korra can recover in the next episode, or sort of recover, then we'll have more time to focus on the villain's plot and what's going to happen there. And that's where I think things are going to get really interesting, because in the next episode, it's going to be the coronation. And we'll see how willing Kuvira is to hand over power to Prince Wu. Prince Wu. So we'll see what happens in the next episode. I'm really excited. This was a great one, and I'm really excited for this entire season.